Alright, now I want to show you how you can actually set up a company page inside of LinkedIn. If you've watched my Facebook videos, you know that you can create a business page for Facebook that allows you to connect and talk with individuals and other companies in a more entity type of way instead of just on a more personal way. You can do very much the same thing with LinkedIn, and when you create a company page on LinkedIn, you can invite other people that you're connected with who are part of your company, your employees and your coworkers. You can invite them to be content administrators for your page as well. So here's how it actually works. We're on my home page and we're going to go to interests, hover over interests and go to companies. Now you can find companies. You can change the drop down menu here. You can change that to companies and you can type in companies that you might want to follow. So let's take a look at Cleveland Clinic. We're going to go to the company page and we're going to take a look at what a company page looks like. So this is the Cleveland Clinic's, this is their company page. And you can see how I am connected to some of the people who are actually part with the Cleveland Clinic. So I have 27 second degree connections. That means I have 27 people that I'm connected with that are connected with someone from Cleveland Clinic. So you can see how you're actually connected to some people at a company, and you can then look at the whole page. You have a logo set up at the top, and your home page on a company page shows you everything that they're posting as a company. So very much like Facebook in that respect, as you're posting out as a company, people who are following your company will see you as the company, not as an individual user. So I can see the homepage with all the posts that Cleveland Clinic has made, and I can see all the comments and how people have liked certain things that they have posted. I can see their careers tab, which if they are looking to hire, I can actually go to their jobs posting and see if there's anyone there that is looking to hire a designer, hire someone in healthcare, whatever. So I could come here and find out more about careers at Cleveland Clinic. And then I can also see services. And services are showing what they do and maybe some other companies that they work with. So as you can see, that's how a company page is set up. Let me show you another company page in another industry. So I'm going to go to interests and I'm going to go to companies, and here's a list of the companies that I follow. A lot of them are, as you can see, design oriented. So I'm going to go to 160 over 90, which is a design firm in Philadelphia. And their tabs are a little bit different. They have a home page, and this just talks about them. They're not posting as them or anything. It's just they just have a little bit about their company. And then they have a products page, which products is, well, they don't have any products listed, but if you are a brick and mortar store, you actually produce physical products, you could actually list that here, almost in an e-commerce kind of factor. So that is how a couple different industries are set up. Let me show you another one that I know. Here's Family Physicians Group in Florida. Now they have a business page set up, and theirs is very similar as well. They have a home page that directs you to their website and who they are, and a products page which probably doesn't have anything there. So that's a standard feature, and you can see how many other people are following that company. So if they were ever to post and create posts under their homepage, 598 people who are following them would see that come up in their newsfeed. So maybe you want to create a company page for your practice or your hospital setting. Why would you want to do that? Well, I find that it's more applicable to large hospital settings. It has a lot of different departments. So you might want to create one for that kind of scenario so that you are actually connecting with other professionals as a business page instead of just personally as well. For practices, it really depends. This could be something that you can use like Facebook, where you're posting to your community at large, but your community and audience are different on LinkedIn compared to the openness that Facebook has. Anyone can have a Facebook page. Professionals are using LinkedIn. So you really have to think about, is this actually worth your time to create a company page? If you're a direct primary care physician, if you have a practice with you and another physician, small to mid-range practices. It really depends on what your goals are for having a company page. Do you want it to be more of a marketing and communications avenue, or maybe you just want to do what they have done and just create some information about their company? So what this does here is that, let's go to my profile, and if I have listed, I don't have a company page set up for PAFP yet, but as you can see, I'd worked at a place that has a company page set up. So when you have a company page that's set up and you say you've worked at a place, then people can go to that company page and find out about them. So here was a place I had worked at previously when I lived in Philadelphia, and they're quite active. They post a lot. There's information about them, and I could find out more about some of the places I've worked at. So that's another thing about company pages, is if you create a company page, it could just be information about that company, and then you can at least put a link and a logo up to their company page on your profile. So all that being said, that's a lot of information about what they are, how they work, why you might want to do them. Now let's show you how to actually make one. So let's go to companies under interests, and we are going to go to add a company. And now what this does is goes through the process of adding a company. So let's create a company here, AG Group. And I can put all the information in here as well. And I'm going to verify that I'm an official representative of this company. You can't create a company page if you're not a part of that company. So it's kind of common sense to think about that, but there have been instances in the past where people have done that and they've been taken down. So you have to verify that at least you are a professional, a representative of that company, and you have the right to act on behalf of that company in creating this page. So we're going to continue, and see, I have started creating a company page for PAFP, and it won't let you do it if there's already one in existence. So if you've created a company page in the past, you've changed your email, you have to actually get in contact with customer service, clear up any issues. And by going to customer service, you can actually contact them to figure out how you can get your company page set up correctly. So if you do have no company page set up and you're just going through the motions the first time, you're going to be directed to create an about page and show how you can make posts, and you can set up different tabs then. So that is the great thing about company pages. And the great thing about companies too is that you can just start following them. So if you're following Cleveland Clinic or any other healthcare groups, Double AFP has a company page set up as well, and you can get their news feed here. So I'm following my old school, and I'm following a couple of different companies and a couple of different groups. So this is what happens is when the more you're following different groups and individuals and influencers and companies, this is what populates your news feed here. So that is one of the reasons why you might want to create a company page. Again, it really depends on what your goals are for LinkedIn as a physician, but setting up a company page is pretty easy.